In my opinion, a spring fragrance needs to be three things. It needs to be bright or invigorating. It needs to have notes that are either green or floral. And finally, it needs to have a certain amount of thickness to it so that it has a decent performance. These 5 fragrances have all these things. So at the number 5 spots, we have Giorgio Armani's Eau de Cèdre. If I had to describe this fragrance, I would say this is a very powdery and green scent. This basically smells like the forest. It has a soft projection, and the notes that are in it gives it a very mature and professional vibe to it. So if you want a scent that's mature, professional, makes you feel like you're walking through a forest, then try this one out. It probably has the worst performance out of these 5, so it has the number 5 spot for that, but you'll still get about 6 hours for it. So Armani Eau de Cèdre. In the number 4 spots, we have the best L'Homme flanker in my opinion. It's by Yves Saint Laurent, L'Homme Haute. This is a gentleman's signature fragrance, I'd say. I think you can wear this all year round, but it really does suit spring the best. This is a very nicely balanced fragrance. It has the 2 main players of ginger and rose, and the sharpness of the ginger is balanced out by the softness of that rose. And when I say rose, don't think that this is a feminine fragrance. This is definitely masculine all the way through. So if you want a signature fragrance that's not the typical Dior Sauvage, it smells a bit more refined and a bit more unique, then I'd highly suggest this. So that's Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme Haute. The 3rd spot, this is technically a clone fragrance, but I actually think it's better than the original, which is very rare. This is Raisa Allison Day. This is a clone of Creed's Silver Mountain Water, which is a fragrance that is famous for its green tea note. This green tea note combined with everything else in that fragrance gave it a bit of a metallic vibe, hence why it's called Silver Mountain Water. And the green tea really made it feel very calming and a very relaxing scent that was really good for spring. Now, that fragrance costs about a bazillion pounds. So I'd actually recommend this instead. I bought this 100ml bottle for about £40 online, and it actually smells, I'd say, about 95% exactly the same as Silver Mountain Water. The other 5%, I actually think this is better. So this has that same green tea note, but it also added a bit of a rose note to it as well. It's not too strong, but it really does add to this scent profile and really takes it to the next level and makes it really pleasant and really beautiful to wear. So again, very calming, relaxing, very unique, has great performance, it lasts on you for about 8 hours plus, and it really does make you feel very serene whilst wearing it. Raisa Allison Day. Make sure not to buy Allison Night. Allison Day is the white bottle here. Number 2 spot. Here we have a vetiver fragrance, and it's by the company of Guerlain, and it's called Guerlain Vetiver. The reason I choose this as my number 2 scent is because of the fact that it's just so well blended. It's a very complex fragrance with a lot of notes in it, but the main thing that will stand out and hit you in the face is the vetiver note, which is a particular type of grass that's very earthy and masculine. This is a old school type of fragrance. It only came out about the year 2000, but it gives off a bit of a 70s or 80s vibe. It feels very rugged and masculine, professional, because it has a bit of a soapy vibe to it, you know, masculine, rugged, and you can buy this very high quality juice for about £30 for 100ml. So I really think if you want a great introduction into the notes of vetiver, I'd really recommend this one here. This is Guerlain Vetiver. At the number 1 spot, I couldn't help it. I had to choose a very popular fragrance a lot of people know about. This is Terre d'Hermès, the Eau de Toilette. This is another vetiver fragrance. but it has a bit of a twist to it in the fact that it throws a dirty orange note to it. So it's dirty orange in the best way possible. The opening, you know, when you first smell it, if you're not really used to a lot of different fragrances, you'll probably hate it. I actually hated this fragrance when I first bought it, but I found actually the more that I wore this, the more and more that I grew to absolutely love it. And it's a, it just hits you right in the face. It's a very excellent performing orange, dirty, earthy vetiver fragrance. It starts off very, you know, punchy, masculine, and, you know, doesn't hold back. And then it, you know, develops on your skin and becomes a lot more smooth, woody, and becomes more of a creamy orange scent. So it's really interesting to smell this throughout the day and see how it evolves on your skin. Hence, for that reason, I really would classify this as a masterpiece. I think every single Terre d'Hermès in their line is absolutely excellent. I would say start off with the Eau de Toilette, and if you get this for spring, you will not be disappointed. You will learn to love this more and more each time you wear it. This is my #1 spot, Terre d'Hermès. So, that concludes my top 5 spring fragrances for men in 2020. If you had to recommend one spring fragrance for men, which one would you choose? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching the video. Please like if you liked it, comment as well. I'd love to hear your opinion on this list, and subscribe as well as hitting the notification bell. I will see you guys in the next video.